Around the NFL, here's Shay Norling. Shay?
We are firmly entrenched in list season, Hoodie. There is a new list every day. Something about the NFL teams. Today we have the underrated and overrated teams in 2024 from The Athletic. I just want to know if you agree with any of these on the list. We'll start with underrated. The Atlanta Falcons.
Are they underrated or overrated?
This says underrated.
There's some hype out of there, is it not? From the offseason?
You go
New
sign
head coach?
Kirk Cousins. Yeah, you fix head coach.
And they say underrated.
You've got weapons, Kyle Pitts, Drake London, Bijan Robinson, Raheem Morris comes in as the coach. You got a new quarterback that was I thought was the only weakness they had last season.
I would say, I know that's not one of the categories, they're fairly rated as a team that should be atop the NFC South. They will be a playoff team this year. Wholesale changes at quarterback. They've got the weapons in place. 7-10 turns into a 9 or 10 win ball club this season. Because it's Kirk Cousins after all. Now, I can't tell you what happens after the regular season. I can't tell you what happens in the playoffs, but they will get there.
Look, this Atlanta team has a lot of talent. They were underachieving under Arthur Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone loves Raheem Morris, loves him, and feels like he deserved a second chance at being a head coach. And so now he's got this. They got, as you mentioned, Darnell Mooney they have, and Kyle Pitts they have, and Drake London they have, and Bijan Robinson, and Tyler Algier. And then they go get Kirk Cousins. And now they got Michael Penix, who will be developed behind a veteran quarterback. Whether it was a smart pick or not, I heard Tannenbaum this morning saying allocation of assets. You should have gotten somebody there that impacts your team now. Mm-hmm. But perhaps 5 years from now, we're all going to go back, wow, what a smart pick that was. Penix turned into a superstar. I don't know. That team is loaded with skill players. They've got good, talented lines. Yeah. That team should win that division, and they are underrated.
Yeah, I would say, Shay, that, Carolina's not going to do anything. Saints will be who they are. Tampa might stay the same or take a step back, but I see the Falcons, because of their additions, to be fairly rated. A team that should be on the come, rather. What's the next team?
I'm going to go with the first overrated team here. Baltimore Ravens. I agree firmly, very strongly, that they are overrated this season. I will be on their under. They lost their defensive coordinator, Mike McDonald. Mm-hmm. They lost 3 starters on their offensive line. They added Derrick Henry, who at some point just has to show his age. Like, the running back is not quarterback. At his age, he's basically Tom Brady at 45 years old. At some point, it will catch up to him. And I just don't believe that they can stay as healthy and as impactful as they were on defense last year.
I would agree. 13-4 last year. Take a little bit of a back seat. The Bengals will be better this year. That could be a win or 2 more than they had last year. Again, even with the ups and downs, still 9-8 in a very tough AFC North. But I would say that the Ravens take a little bit of a step back, maybe overrated. But still could be a playoff team. Could be.
That whole division could be.
Could be.
I wouldn't be shocked if you said, oh, my goodness, they had a couple of more injuries, and the Ravens finished with 8 wins because of the division and the AFC and the schedule and all that. I also wouldn't be shocked if they won 12 ball games. But I do think they're a little overrated, and I do expect a slight regression.
How about that about Mike McDonald, man? Being a defensive coordinator, now going back on the road to do the tours again. McDonald's always been great over the years. Shay?
Next overrated team I have for you, or underrated team, rather.
What did I say wrong?
What are you talking about?
Mike McDonald.
The head coach of the Seahawks.
Dewey Brothers.
Not there anymore.
Okay. Go ahead.
Mike McDowell.
The next underrated team on this list, unfortunately, I agree with this one as well, is the Green Bay Packers. I think all the shine in the division going to the Lions, who I expect to take a slight step back, still be good, has let the Packers fly under the radar a little bit. Jordan Love proved to me at the end of last season that he is a superstar en route, I'll say. I don't think he is yet, but
wait, say
he
that
will
again?
be.
What'd you say?
I do. Again, I tip my cap when I'm proved wrong, and Jordan Love did that.
How about tipping your cap here when I said, pretty good, kid, in August?
Yeah, well, when you were saying it, he was throwing interceptions like it was his job.
Yeah, and my job used to be to look at players and go, I can see what that guy can become. Didn't mean I was always right, but wrong plenty. I was right on that one.
You did a great job.
Pat on the back.
Well done, Cap.
Thank you.
1 on the win side. We got about 50 on the loss side. We'll disregard.
Mitch still has time.
Packers add Josh Jacobs, Xavier McKinney, Jordan Morgan at the tackle position, linebacker Edgerrin Cooper. They've got the best coach in the division, I would say. This is a team I think is going to win the NFC North, unfortunately. I hate them. I don't want it to be true.
What do you think? Will you put your money down and take the Packers? What's the matter?
He's got Michael McDonald from Steely Dan on his screen. It's wrong Michael McDonald.
What do you mean?
The one coaching the Seahawks is not the guy from Steely Dan.
It's not?
No.
I just laid out what happened. He was coaching, now back on the road. Right, Jay Moore? Tell him. Y'all gonna be there. Y'all gonna be there. Come on.
You can hear that every 8 minutes on Yacht Rock Radio.
He was there, Cap. Don't you think that's great? He says, you know what? Enough of this coaching. I love singing. Back on the road.
Back out.
Yeah.
Let's go do it.
Will you put your money down on the Packer to win the division?
No, absolutely not.
Shea believes that they can win the division.
Oh, I didn't say they can't, but I won't put my money down on it. My money's on the Cowboy.
God. Come on.
Stop. No, don't even. Have you placed that bet? You are not allowed. I don't know how many times we have to tell you this.
I have not bet it yet.
You are not allowed.
What do you mean yet? We asked you not to.
I got to see how things progress here. Anyway.
Just hand the money to me or Shea.
In terms of the Packer, I think the Packer are good. I think you're overrating them a bit. They're good. They're not great. He's a really good quarterback.
I think they're underrated.
You think they're underrated? So how many wins do you have for him?
Oh, I don't know yet. It's just June. I'm not sure yet. I think they're underrated.
Yeah, I don't think they're underrated. Their wide receiver room,
yeah,
very pedestrian.
Mm-hmm. Oh, respect Jaden Reed, Michigan State legend.
I like our quarterback.
Respect Jaden Reed.
Like our quarterback, but they've got some holes there. They do.
Imagine if it comes down to the Packers and Bears again for the top spot in the North. That very well could be the case.
By the way, Bakhtiari's a free agent, right? He's still sitting on the market?
Yes.
Probably a little bit of a forced retirement there.
Yes.
No, he just spoke. He said, I want to play multiple years. I'm healthier than I've been in a long time.
I didn't say he wants to retire. I said it might be a little bit of a forced retirement.
I believe that we need to go let's get Bakhtiari and Connor Williams.
I'm good.
He's closer to being an ESPN Milwaukee analyst than player.
Yeah, dude, I'm good. Like, Bakhtiari can say what he wants. His knees speak for themselves. I'm good.
Damn.
Just saying, big name, Cap, but as far as ability, I don't think it's there anymore. But he'll be great on ESPN Milwaukee as a third man on one of these shows up there. I'm just saying.
Jen, Gabe, Chewy, and
Bakhtiari. Yes, seriously.
There you go.
Seriously.
There you go.
And that's our look around the NFL right here on Cap and J Hood. Still to come, our breakdown of Josh Giddey. What are the Bulls getting in Josh Giddey? And we have a special guest coming up at 9 o'clock. Fran Fraschilla is going to be with us to talk about
the studio, baby.
the NBA draft. That's all part of the mix